So today's Friday, and as we all know, Fridays are for testing. And today I'll be continuing with the test of my Männer Handtasche. Männer Handtasche in German means men's handbag, and the handbag has a convenient handle. And if you open it up, you can see it's filled with neatly packed beers. The Männer Handtasche is the XXL, so it's the larger Männer Handtasche, and it's coming with 12 different beers. The beers are mainly from southern Germany, so from breweries that you would normally not be able to buy beers in the shops because they are private breweries, normally only selling in the area where they produce. But I've tasted already about half of them, and they were really some good beers. I'll be testing this beer over here. You can see it has a protective sleeve. If I take that off, you can see it's got the beer where you can see the design and the information about the beer. This beer over here is called Perlenzauber Hopfen Weisse. I don't know if this is a Weiss beer or a wheat beer. If you read the information on here, it says this is a gypsy brewing beer. So basically it's brewed every year in a different brewery. So it's a traveling beer. It's not always brewed in the same place. And I think this is a beer brewed by the company that I bought the box from. So it's not brewed by a specific brewery. It's brewed by the company, and then they every year they brew it at a different brewery. Well, this is what I understand here from what it says on the back. If you have any other information, put it in the chat. I'd like to hear from you and see what you think. So this beer is a 5% alcohol volume, and it's a 0.33 liters, and the expiration date of this is August 21, so 2021 August. It's got quite an interesting design. It's basically got a woman looking through a circular window with her hands pointed or hands forward, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know if you can see that, but that is the beer or the design. It has quite a nice cap. The cap has, I think that's an owl, so a gold owl with a black shield, a red shield behind it, and I can't read what that says, but it looks quite good. I like the design. It's quite interesting, and yeah. So the company I bought the box from, they have a number of different products. You can see all the products in the book that they send you. They send this book as well, and at the back they have a nice little table, and the table you can add all the beers to that and you can rate them. So it has 4 different columns. The first column is for how the bottle looks, how it's presented, and the presentation of the actual bottle. Then the next grading is for the color and the foam. Then the smell, and obviously how the beer tastes. And then at the end I'll be summing all the points that I got for that beer, and at the end, once I've rated all of the beers, I'll rate each beer in order from 1 to 12, and then we'll see which is the best beer out of this box. So I like this rating system. I'll use it maybe in future when I test other beers. But yeah, so with this beer, I'll be testing the Kapum bottle cap opener. I've used it for all the beers in this Männer Handtasche, and I really like the Kapum bottle opener, and I'll continue to use it. So let's actually just give this a go. So if I put that over there, and let's put some downward force on here and pop this beer open. Bang! That didn't actually work so well. I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, but it scratched the bottle over here. But some bottles this design really doesn't work on. Some of them it works pretty well, but I still like it. We'll see how it impacts on the next beer that we open. But enough of that. Let's give this beer a rating. So if we pour the beer into the glass, and we can look at our grading over here. So the first I've got to find the beer. So it's number 10 on the list, and the first grading of the beer is how does the bottle look? What does it look like? I can't really fault it. It's got quite an interesting design. I think it's quite interesting. I'm not sure what the background is of that. If you do know, maybe put a comment there in the comments. But I'll give that a 5. And if you're looking at that the glass, you can see the next rating is for the color of the beer and also for the foam. As I mentioned in the previous video, I really like when it has a strong foam like that. And the color of the beer is a bit milky. It's a bit murky. It's not so light. It's a bit of an amber color. But I'll also give that a 5 because I think that's okay. I really like that. And then the Geschmack. How does it... sorry, not the Geschmack, the Geruch. The smell of the beer. That is a really, really fruity smell. And a little bit of a very fruity and very hoppy. I'll give that a 4. And then the Geschmack, the taste. How does this beer taste? This is the most important rating. It doesn't matter what the bottle looks like or how much foam. If the beer doesn't taste good, it doesn't taste good. So the taste of the beer is the most important. It has a bit of a dry taste. There's a bit of a sweety, malty aftertaste, and I actually really like that, and I'll give that a 4. So that brings the total rating of this beer to 18. I've actually drank this beer before in the previous box that I bought. This was for the advent calendar, but I never did a rating of it. I like the beer. It's really hoppy, really nice beer, and an interesting design. If you haven't tasted it, I would recommend you try give it a taste if you can. But that was the Perlenzauber Hopfen Weisse. Let me know what you think in the comments.